New at 5:30, Shasta County teens have a new way to work out conflict that doesn't involve suspension or other punishment.
Action News Now reporter Taylor Helms went to Enterprise High today and shows us how this restorative justice program works.
Coming to the principal's office could be scary sometimes for some students. It could mean you're in trouble, something's happened. But in this case, it means that your peers and fellow students are here to help you. A group of Enterprise High students make up what's called the Restorative Justice Panel. The panel meets with the principal and staff to get background on a situation, then meets with students that have gotten into some trouble and try to come up with a solution together.
I think people often forget that sometimes I love all of our teachers and our administrators here, but sometimes people forget that students see things that the teachers or any of the adults might not see, and so sometimes it's nice for a student perspective to be in the room when a kid is dealing with a situation.
In the beginning, they're like very closed off, doesn't want to talk, and then towards the end, they end up being like more like relaxed and like being willing to like comply and like help out with like the case because they know it's beneficial for them at the end of the day.
When the Restorative Justice Program started here at Enterprise High School in 2017, there were about 6 to 9 students serving on the panel. Now there's a total of 27, and on today's panel, there are 6 students participating. Following the panel, students meet one-on-one.
It's kind of intimidating talking to this whole table of kids. There's 7 of us talking to them each time, and so questions are flying at them because we're trying to get down to the bottom of the situation. So I feel like when I call them back up the previous week, or maybe in the previous few weeks, they've had a couple of days to think about it, maybe even a few weeks to think about it, and just develop some questions for me to ask, for them to ask me one-on-one. So it's a little more confidential.
Principal Johnson says the 27 students rotate serving on different cases.
We want to take suspendable offenses, try to mitigate them or solve them in different ways so we don't have to utilize suspension as much. And that's been pretty successful. So they'll deal with student fights, harassment, anything really that we deal with as an administration, they can deal with.
Johnson says since the program started, they've seen a positive impact on students' behavior and a decrease in repeated offenses. On average, there's about 75 panels each year, and the busiest time of year is usually at the beginning of the school year. Reporting in Reading, Taylor Helms, Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
About 125 students go before the Restorative Justice Panel each school year. Only juniors and seniors serve on that panel.